Hey everyone, welcome back to the Art of Travel Photography. Today we're talking about creating a silhouette. And so if you want to create silhouettes, you can actually do so in post-production using Lightroom and playing with exposure. So this is an image of these kids checking out this airplane, and if I want to make them completely dark, completely silhouetted, it's not too hard. Again, this is looking through this greenish glass, so I'm just going to really quickly white balance it. So it's something like that. And then I'm going to play with exposure. If I just decrease exposure all the way to try to make them silhouettes, it's going to decrease the exposure of the whole photo, which I don't want. So I'm just going to play with the shadows. So make sure the shadows are darker. The blacks, play with those. And just kind of play around with them just to make the darks as dark as possible. You know, now this photo is going to be really hard to silhouette because her green shirt is really highlighted by the sun, the side of his blue shirt as well. But as you can see, these two kids are already looking like more silhouettes than they were before. Play with the exposure, decrease exposure, but also increase the highlights and the whites to balance out the decreased exposure. And now you have this pretty nice silhouetted image of these kids. Here's another option if we want to decrease the exposure of the boat but keep the sky the same exposure. We can decrease the shadows, decrease the blacks. And now, by just decreasing the blacks, you have this silhouette image of the boat, the man sailing the boat. Let me increase the shadows just a bit, increase the highlights and the whites, just to make the sunset even more vibrant. And you have this silhouetted boat and the ship's captain. And so, basically, creating a silhouette is just comes down to playing with the highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks, really decreasing the blacks. If you bring it down all the way, you get this complete silhouette, but you also lose some of the detail of what it actually is. So I'm going to increase it a little bit so it still looks quite silhouetted, but you can see more of the waves, and the boat stands stands away from the ocean itself. So thank you for watching. That's how you create silhouettes in Adobe Lightroom. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson.